lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day.
We came over late. Come on. Hi, I'm Lisa. Hi, welcome to my channel, our channel.
No, it's your channel, not
my channel. With guest starring Theo.
I've been pulled into this, roped into it.
Okay, so today we're just going to talk about the last couple of weeks. So week 7 and 8, might be a bit of 6, I can't really remember, but the last couple of weeks. And things that have happened. So firstly, Lani got bitten by a snake. Just as Liz and Rachel, who work with us, were in the aeroplane and not contactable on their way to South Africa. So I got a call from the nursery. So that was the one thing that kicked off a bit of stress for that week. And then I think it was like the day later, I went into town and we had breakfast at a lodge, and I didn't want to have caffeine for breakfast, I didn't have any decaf, so Theo had coffee and I asked for just a tonic, and which I have quite a lot, and I didn't realise until I paid the bill when it charged me for a gin and tonic, and then like 3 tonics and then a gin and tonic, and I said I didn't have gin, and the barman said yeah I did in the morning, and it was like 7:45 or something. It was before our breakfast. I was in uniform, we were doing work, so I'm not sure why they thought I would drink a gin and tonic at that time. But yeah, I was really not happy. I was really upset about it, and obviously they didn't realise why I was kind of like asking and clarifying whether I actually did drink it, and I felt like an idiot for not tasting it, but also that early in the morning, and I drank it so fast because it was really hot as well, and I just didn't even, and it's different tonics than we have, so I didn't even really notice, or I didn't notice, and so yeah, I was a bit upset, and Theo had gone in to pick up the guys already, and I was, and the staff at the lodge were like, no, like, we won't charge you for it, sorry, blah, 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 and I'm like, that wasn't really the point, like, I don't mind paying for it, it was just more, I was kind of upset about drinking alcohol, obviously, but didn't tell them why. After I'd been, you know, straight off caffeine and straight off of everything and trying to be really healthy. So yeah, I was over upset about that probably at the time. And then the next day, we had to rush into Lusaka because we had a rescue down in Fira, so we had to send the keepers on ahead because obviously it's quite a way to go from here to Lusaka down to Fira. So we packed up and left at lunchtime. Keepers went down there. We got into Lusaka really late. It was really dark. Theo, do you want to say anything about driving?
No, not really. Never again, though.
Yeah, it was a little bit dangerous, I think, driving in at that time. Because nobody has lights and everything, and
Past the truck that, I don't know if his back wheels were locked or whatever. There's no lights and just black smoke. Luckily there was a car in front of us that pulled over into the other lane, and I just went after, or followed him, and then we passed the truck.
But I thought it was like a fire or something, because everywhere, like no visibility, just like black smoke. And then Theo had to get up at like 4
o'clock, yeah.
to head down for the rescue, and I then got a lift into town with someone, and then I got a taxi from there across to Lalai. So I stayed there. Actually, you came back in the same day, didn't you?
Yeah, I came back the same day when I left. Yeah.
So it was a really long, just loaded the elephant and came back.
Yeah, I came back around, I think, 7:30, somewhere in there.
And it wasn't easy unloading the elephant, which we called 48.
Yeah, so we decided to just jump off and just ran one of the guys out of the ground and just ran around in the boma by itself.
So it took till about
4 o'clock, yeah. 4:30.
yeah, in the morning to actually kind of put a lot of like browse and pellets and things in the stable with the door open to try and just entice him in. And I think a few times he kind of went in to get food and the guys tried to close him in and didn't manage. So eventually they did it. Oh, and forgot to say when that rescue came in, at exactly the same time we had a bush baby,
yeah.
that was rescued as well. I might put a picture of bush baby in because I don't know if you know what that is. It sounds very nice when it's older. It sounds like squealing, crying, baby up a tree.
It likes clinging on to people, and on the mother at this stage it would have been clinging on the mother. So if you leave it alone, you'll come on the book with
Then I think next day Liz came back. Did she come back the next day? Maybe the day after. I don't know, but it was very
Day after, I think you're going to go on Friday.
Very stressed time, and obviously not feeling the best. And
Yeah, she's a bit sicky.
a bit sicky.
Bit sicky.
So we laugh because my little niece always says the day before she knows she has to go to nursery because she didn't used to like it, she would say that she's feeling sicky, but then if she didn't have to go to nursery she would suddenly feel better. So we were kind of laughing that I'm feeling sicky all the time.
It's sicky.
Yeah, and it was so hot at Lalai. I was even in my uniform, like dancing around the sprinklers that they were using to water the grass. And I was actually sitting in the bathroom for a while because that was like the coolest place with the bats, and the monkeys were just like tired and hot as well, just lying around. Then it was another rescue.
Boom, from a free one.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was about 2 weeks after.
No,
Or week
it was
after.
like days after.
5 days is a week.
Can't even remember. I think it was like 3 or 4 days after. So we had another rescue that was in
Oh, it took long to get it in. That's why I think about a week.
Yeah, so that was a bit of a hassle.
Stop
with
yawning.
getting. It's just the heat. It's so hot. Really struggling this dry season compared with the 5 others that we have gone through. I think our first dry season was really hot in 2014, and this one is freaking hot. Yeah, so the other rescue was okay because Liz was around, so she got on the flight to
Down
go
to Mafui, or South Luangwa.
South Luangwa to go, and it's a really sad story actually. It was with its mother, and its mother was snared around the neck and shot 3 times.
By poachers.
Yeah, and she didn't die, and then and then the poor calf then has to see the authorities put her mum down as well, you know, experiencing all of that trauma. So it's lucky that like Liz was there pretty soon to kind of help calm her down. The only issue with that was kind of arranging flights and permissions, and I had like, it felt like days trying to organise.
It was days.
Letters and I mean airlines, I can't believe how helpful and how nice they are, and they're just so like willing to help.
Give a flight,
Yeah. But it was like a lot of phone calls and back and forth, and yes, we'll take the flight, no, we can't take the flight, we will, we won't. And I spent, I think, days speaking on the phone, and I hate speaking on the phone, so it's a big thing for me to have to phone everyone and not just WhatsApp them. We actually missed her flying back in because we had to then come out to camp to organise stuff for the collaring, so we're
Upcoming
kind of
collaring,
organising that. Oh no, forgot to say about your passport came.
Finally. After 10 months, finally arrived.
Yeah, like maybe even more than that. So we heard that it had gone
Somewhere else.
somewhere else.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was done when he called up South Africa Home Affairs.
They said it was done on in July already.
Yeah, and it
3rd or 4th July.
hadn't made its way back to Lusaka.
Yeah.
So when we went to go and get the passport, it had the little sticker saying Singapore. So we can only
Singapore
assume
999.
that it went on a very far journey. Nowhere near Lusaka. But kind of grateful it came back, because I was getting kind of nervous that if it was lost, we would have to apply again and it would be another year. And technically, you could have missed the birth of our child, which would be pretty awful.
Yeah.
I mean, touch wood, you won't miss it anyway. Jumping back to organising flights and stuff. Look at your body language. This doesn't look like you want to be in my video at all.
Not really, no. I want to sleep.
Okay, we can finish up soon. I just wanted to say, jumping back to the flights and sorting for the elephant, on one of the times we couldn't fly the elephant back, so we got the keeper, one of the keepers, Aaron, to fly out to kind of relieve Liz so she could come back.
That was fun.
I had a lot of stress with that as well, because I got confused with what payments had to be made in terms of, like, yes, they can donate us flights and everything, and that's great, but we need to pay the taxes, and I got confused which side you need to pay it, and it was just I need the extra stress, and it was just panic for a little bit, because we were like, how long will it take for us to get to the airport? How can we pay? So yeah. Oops.
Luckily, Rachel came through, so
Yeah, luckily.
at the same time, she was coming back from, I think, LA.
Yeah, luckily Rachel would
So
be
she
on
had
a
some money to give them. So
fundraising thing in LA with a holiday in the wild, and luckily she was landing, and as I phoned her, she was like, "Oh, I can see them over there." So that was good. I haven't really spoken about symptoms or anything in terms of just, I had a bad stomach quite a lot. I think that's probably just stress, because that's what always happens if I get stressed. I'm just really tired.
Parasite. Parasite is draining your energy.
Oh, that'll be nice for
When it comes up,
to
I'm going to
see
call it the
one
Parasite.
day.
His nickname will be Parasite.
Thought it was Nahapi.
Parasite.
So the baby's nickname, especially when we're talking
Sorry.
around camp, is Nahapi, which means bush baby, and ironically we just rescued a bush baby. I hope our child is not going to look like this though.
Ugly.
No, it's kind of cute. It's got big eyes.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe I'm going to let Theo have a nap now, because he's sleeping and it's hot and it's lunch.
Cheerio. It was nice talking to you, people.
Okay, as always.
We'll never meet you, but hello.
You might met people.
No, I will never meet these people we're talking to now.
I think you'll meet. Comment below if you have met or are going to meet Theo at some point, because I think there are going to be a few. So yeah, just put a comment below. As always,
Subscribe.
please subscribe to my channel.
Which side? This side.
It's
One
not
of
up,
these.
it's down.
Man, the bell. Where's the bell?
The
bell
bell's
is down,
down.
down here. Bell is down here. Ring the bell. Ding, 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 ding.
Please ring the bell so you get notified of when I release a new video. So please do that. It would be very
And hopefully I
helpful.
won't be in them anymore, because I'm not very fun, I've been told. So
I haven't said that
Cheerio.
at all. I think it's nice that you partake.
have a nice afternoon, evening / morning, whatever time you're watching it. And yeah, cheerio.
Okay,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.